Hello, everyone. Welcome to this one-on-one interview with Ambassador Eitan Na'eh, Israel's first head of mission to the United Arab Emirates. Welcome, Ambassador, and thanks for granting us this first interview.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
So, Ambassador, you completed the prestigious diplomatic cadet course nearly 30 years ago. You're a seasoned diplomat, but this posting is different. Share what you're feeling these days.
Well, I had a few firsts in my career, but this is certainly the most exciting first. Opened the first embassy in the United Arab Emirates, flying here, the reception, the whole thing, the historic agreements. I think that the whole thing is historic on a national level, on a personal level, of course. So the feeling is obviously of, elated, excited, and would like to start work.
I imagine there isn't a manual for establishing new relations with a new country. So can you share what your vision is moving forward, and what are the first steps when establishing an embassy or a mission?
There's no manual for the UAE, obviously. It's the first time, but there is a manual, or diplomats usually know what they need to do in order to get relations going. A lot of work has been done before. I'm not the first Israeli here. And even though there was no embassy here, a lot of government offices and the Israel as a whole got in touch very enthusiastically with the colleagues. So things happened already. There's a lot of agreements on the work. We just have to sit down, look at everything, put it in kind of an orderly manner, take a deep breath, and then start running fast.
You've stated in the past that both countries have been driven by a vision, and that we see the results today and the similarities. So what are these similarities, and where are they most evident to you?
Well, there is a vision. There is a vision. There is the vision of those who established the State of Israel in a kind of a semi-arid place with a lot of desert around. We had to fight the elements in order to grow things. There is a vision here where the leaders of this country want to see this country, where the leaders of our country today want to see the country in terms of technology, in terms of medical, in terms of achievements in all spheres, from agro-tech to space tech. And that's what we feel in our meetings with our Emirati colleagues, my colleagues in Israel, with their colleagues here. There is a wish to see things moving forward.
Do you know if there's any plan to add studies about the Abraham Accords in both countries' curriculum? And is that something you're looking to work on?
I'm glad you asked that question, because only today or yesterday, I've lost track of time with, since I came here, but our ministers of education have spoken about various areas of cooperation, from higher education to schools, to high schools. There are plans on the way, there are visits planned, experts will sit together. So yes, there is a program that is being developed in both countries to cooperate in this field as well, of course. Almost every government office already is on the go.
And looking at maybe one of the most obvious fields, tourism, which, as you mentioned, we've already seen 130,000 Israelis visit in a short period of time. Is this a trend that you expect to see continue?
I hope so. We hope to see many Emiratis traveling to Israel as well. I'm sure that when the borders are open, when we get rid of this corona pandemic, borders will be open, planes will land freely, people can move between countries freely. We wish to see, a movement of people in both ways. I think our countries have a lot to offer to our citizens in terms of museums, in terms of view, food. The experience, the Israel experience and the Emirates experience is something we're really looking forward to.
As the first official public Israeli figure that the Emiratis are meeting, what is your message to the people of the UAE?
Let's work together. Let's build a model of peace that will set an example to the whole region. We are really looking forward to work together with the Emiratis on bolstering, on strengthening the peaceful relations between our countries and the whole region.
Ambassador Eitan Na'eh, thanks so much for speaking with us today, and best of luck. We look forward to following your work in the United Arab Emirates.
Thank you very much. Thanks again.